Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of United Weekly Podcast, a podcast brought to you by DC United Latest. My name is Santiago, and I'm here with Olsen. And episode 8 of the United Weekly Podcast. Olsen, as always, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. Excited to film this episode as per usual. Probably be a rather shorter one tonight, but we got a little bit to talk about. We'll go over the friendly recently against Club América and just do a little match preview of this weekend's MLS fixture at Audi Field against Orlando.
Yep. So, why don't we dive right in? DC United played against Club América at Audi Field in a friendly match where DC United ended up surprising, I think, a lot of us, winning 3-1. So another game under Rene Weiler's undefeated belt as of right now with DC United. Olsen, thoughts?
It's a great result after looking at both lineups. Both the very competitive lineups, I'd say. Very good result to get out of that. I liked what I saw, and we saw our usual sort of goal scorers, Peglau and Pirani, and then the newcomer, Caden Clark, gets his first goal for DC finally.
Well, yeah, I'm glad on his debut. I'm glad he was able to get his first goal on his debut. That's like the easiest way to do it, right? Get it out of the way, right? But having, overall, like you said, it's a great performance from everybody. And we talked about this on the podcast with we did a podcast with a Club America page. So go ahead and check that out. We talked about it in the last episode, so I won't talk too much about it. But we definitely said that this game would be a good game if DC United were to play the starters. And I definitely saw the rotation of them in going in, and obviously we had Caden Clark in there, who is going to probably most likely going to be a future starter for us, right? And then Pirani and Paglau with the other two goals. Those are our best players right there, right? So, we weren't. I don't think we hit the prediction that we said on that.
Yeah.
I think I said 2-1 DC United, but hey, that it was a great result. It was a great result.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I mean, I wasn't able to watch most of the game because I was trying to watch it on TUDN, but it kept bugging out. It wouldn't let me watch. But I was able to catch some of it. One thing I did notice, Connor Antley was locking up St. Maximin on that right side. I noticed that he was doing very well.
Ain't that crazy? Connor
So
Anthony logging
so
up
a
St. Max.
good defensive performance too, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely think if Connor Antley wasn't as successful in locking that player down, I feel like the game could have gone a lot differently just because of the powerful attack that
Yes.
St. Maximin
Yeah.
brings,
Just the
and that's something
quality.
that's something that those our friends at the that we did the podcast with um talked about as well, like how St. Maximin would be a big asset to them. So I'm glad that Connor Antley was able to shut them down. But yeah, Olsen, who'd you give your star? Oh, actually, before we get to that, Olsen, do you remember who played in goal? I think I know why we
Jordan
won.
Farr. Jordan Farr.
Jordan Farr played in goal. I think that's the reason why we won.
He's got that good luck charm.
He's got the good luck charm. Um,
I mean
but
I mean
honestly,
all I'm gonna say is he has 100% undefeated right when coming out for DC United. That's all I'm gonna
there
say.
you go. There you go. There, if we play him every single game next season, we might win the MLS Cup at that point.
Yeah.
You never
Undefeated
know.
invincibles, DC United invincibles.
But yeah, Jordan Farr, shout out to you. I don't know. Actually, shout out. Let's give another shout out to Jordan Farr. Jordan Farr has actually seen this podcast, and he said that we to keep up the good work. So shout out to you, Jordan Farr, for being a great sport and supporting us, uh, and also good job on the performance. We hope to see you on the field more. Um, and we've talked about him in the past how he's a great asset even if he's not playing, right? He brings that what's that word that we said, the competitiveness, but like a team competitiveness to it, and it's a friendly
Yeah,
competition, if that makes sense, right?
yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. He's always cheering the other goalkeepers on. He always positive. He's a great person overall. So
Hmm.
we love you, Jordan Farr.
Love you, Jordan Farr. Yeah. But overall, now we can get into it. Olsen, star of the match for you.
Well, I was not able to catch the game unfortunately, just because the thing was bugging out. But I suppose I'll give it to our newcomer, new goal scorer, Caden Clark.
See, that's what I was gonna do too. I was gonna give it to Caden Clark.
Getting his first goal, first appearance, first goal. Maybe I mean against a team like America, that's good. That's a good team to score your debut goal against, and could be a sign of
Hmm.
things to come. Hopefully,
Exactly. Yeah. But so yeah, I'll give it to Caden Clark as well. I'll give a special shout out to the other two goal scorers, obviously, the
yep.
Brazilian magician, Gabriel Pirani, and honestly the other Brazilian magician, Joao Peglao. But yeah, Olsen, your match rating overall?
I'm gonna have to give this one. I'll give it a 9.
9.
Honestly,
There you
I think I gave the New York City one like an 8 or 8.5,
go. Yeah.
and then to come against, even if it is just a friendly team like Club América, still huge to get a result against a team like that. I mean, they were playing most of their starters, and so were we. So
Yeah.
I'd say it was a fairly even matchup, and we
Hmm.
came out on top.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9. I want to give it a 9 point. Should we give it a 9.5? I feel like that's.
Honestly, that probably sounds a little more fair.
I'll give it a 9.5. Why not? I give it a 9.5. Club America is a very strong team, especially in the Mexican league.
Yeah,
They were trying to continue a good run of performances, from what I've heard. So to be able to stop a team in its
yeah,
tracks where they're already
hmm
doing pretty decent, and DC United not being that great. I mean, obviously coming from a win and being undefeated technically with ties and wins under Rene Weiler, but um, definitely a good result that you want to see, especially for the next coming games that's in the MLS, but also for next season if we can keep this form up. Because
yeah,
what I'm noticing, Olsen, is that the team is there. Rene Weiler's made one signing. The team was there. So
yeah.
at the end of the day,
That's kind of what we
was
said
the
the entire time. Is that
yeah.
we've got the team. It's just nothing's clicking.
So
Like
was Troy?
obviously
Yeah.
we don't have the best team in the league, but like we
No,
got
never.
potential. I don't At the beginning of the season I didn't think we'd be last place,
No, yeah.
right? So the team's been there. Like obviously it's not the highest quality of players, but it's still there.
Yeah. And well, this leads me to the question was, because remember when we heard the news of Troy being fired, we were a little upset because we liked Troy, right? But seeing the way we're playing in terms of performances the Troy ball. It wasn't the team. It was the coach. It was the formations. It was
Yeah,
the strategy.
it
Um,
certainly may have been that way, and I hope it is that way. And I hope now um, we see the full potential out of the squad.
Definitely. And I think that's something that the players are proving to Rene because, like we talked about before in previous episodes, we've said how these players are proving themselves because they want to have a job next season, right? They want to stay on the team. They don't want to be sold because honestly, if when a new coach comes in, a lot of them do clean house, right? Or they get rid of the players that aren't living up to the expectations that the coach needs them to be, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
think everybody's really fighting for their spot,
Definitely.
because it can that can be gone immediately, if you don't work hard for it,
Yeah,
especially under a
definitely.
new coach, coach who's under like that European play style, like doesn't mess around with stuff
Yeah,
like
no,
that. So
exactly.
the work rate has definitely gone up, right? I just hope it stays that way, right? Like let's say, you know, the people that I guess I suppose stay on the team after this year don't just say, oh yeah, well I'm on the team now, you know.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
make like no matter what, no matter how long you've had your coach or how like solidified you are into the starting 11, always work as hard as you can to stay there and compete.
yeah, no, you're right, and I definitely fully agree with you on that. But who would let me ask you a question. Who would be the top three players you think that have shown that have really like shown and proven that they deserve to be next season.
Well, definitely Pirani and Peglao.
Yeah,
They're two big ones. The other one, that's a little bit of a tough predicament. Maybe he scored a few. He scored a few goals recently. Jackson Hopkins
that's good.
could be. We've seen Connor Antley do really well at the right back position. Matthew Peltolo so far has done pretty well under Rene Weiler's system.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna obviously Gabriel Pirani, Joao Piglao, and Mati Peltola. Those are gonna be the players that I was gonna my three players. Obviously, um, the third one, like you said, is difficult to choose, right?
Yeah.
But I decided to give mine to Mati Peltola because I think we knew he was good. Like he just wore the captain's armband for his national team. So like the quality is there, the potential is there. But now that we have a coach has that same formation, that strategy mindset of European ball, the way he's used to, then he's going to excel.
Yeah. We've talked about it so many times. I truly think that Peltola can thrive under this system if we keep going at it and keep working with the same sort of thing that we've been doing with Rene Weiler.
Exactly. Yeah. So you said you would give your third to Jackson Hopkins.
I suppose I will, just because he's showing so many. He's showing a lot of good signs. Just kind of developing his young talent. I think it's starting to really shine. Right, we've seen glimpses from him in past years, but I really think that it's starting to shine now. And he's played good under Weiler's system, I'd say. Right, he's played in the midfield and at striker with the captain's armband and performed in both of those circumstances. So we just gotta hope that it continues, right? We've talked about it before. It can't just be this, on and off kind of thing, right? Like you can't just score goals and then just goes for a while and then score again. It's gotta be consistent.
Yeah, no, exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. Now, who would be since I just asked who would be your like the top three players, who would be your bottom three as of right now?
Bottom three.
Not and then like obviously that you could choose the people who don't play, right? But like who barely
Well,
play, like
I'll
they're
choose.
here, but
I'll choose the people who actually are kind of playing most of the time.
mhm.
I'll give one to Brandon Cervania.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
we've talked
been
about him in the
very
past.
poor. I don't know. I think Boris and now
Yeah.
could be there too. The other one is a little bit hard to decide, to be honest. Not 100% sure. Maybe Lucas Bartlett has been very poor,
I think he's
but
definitely gotten
I still
better
think
in the
I
past
thought,
few
yeah,
games.
as I was gonna say, I still think he's a decent defender. He can still be good.
Yeah.
So I
I
won't say him, but you give yours. You give yours before I.
I'm gonna match you with Borsi now and Brandon Cervania, and I'm gonna give it to Stroud.
Oh yeah, that just popped in my mind right before you said that, Jared Stroud.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jared Stroud. I think he coming off from his first season with us, like being unexpected. I don't think anybody expected him to be good. That
Yeah,
good.
yeah, he was decent in
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah. So, but like it kind of just like flip of a switch happened, and he's just not there anymore. It's
Yeah.
like he
I
doesn't.
mean, yeah, it's just his decision making. I've noticed is really poor too. Like
Hmm.
there's been a lot of situations where if it's just I'm not sure you can make a good pass or a good cross, but he just decides to like take a shot and it gets blocked or something, right?
Yeah.
Or obviously it's good to take shots, but if you have a better option, then most of the time you should choose that.
Exactly.
Or even just like making the wrong pass. Like obviously mistakes happen, but we see it from him like time and time again.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely agree with you on that. So obviously, for me, those players need to step up, right? They need to step up. People like Brandon Cervania, this is his first season with the club, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
first
he's just
season with the
signed.
club. He just signed this year. First season with the club, and he's done nothing. I think he has
Nope,
one assist.
he's something like that. I think one of them was a deflected header. Like I think it was against Colorado, if you remember Benteke's header. when
Yeah.
Schnegg crossed it and then it hit the top of Cervenia's head and then
Oh,
towards Benteke. I don't know if that counted as an assist or not. Maybe it did, but
I don't know. Well,
either way, he had a
either
touch.
way, it's just not good enough.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough, and there's just a bunch of mistakes because there are some players who have close to the same stats as Cervania does with 1 assist, 2 assists,
Mhm.
right? But they are I can
Yeah.
when you see them in the game, they're changing the game and they're actually
Mhm.
influencing the game when they come on the field or when they start on the team, right? But I don't see that with Cervania, unfortunately. I
No.
would like to see that with him,
Mhm.
but it's just not there.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I've looked at the stats before, and you see oh yeah, Cervania has whatever 1 or 2 assists or whatever. Then this guy has 0.
Yeah.
No player specifically with this guy doesn't have as much, but you still see a bigger impact when he comes on, right?
Exactly.
Like sort of not fully dictating, but I guess going with the tempo of play, right?
Yeah,
Being
definitely.
a difference maker, even if it isn't always a goal contribution.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah, they just need to like you said, like I said, sorry, like you said, they just need to do better, right? Um, but anyways, let's move on to our next topic. Really quick, we have a little headline for you guys. Not the craziest news. DC United has recalled forward Hakeem Karamoko from his loan with Loudoun United FC. Basically, what are your thoughts on this, Olsen? I don't expect you to have much.
Yeah, I'm just like ready to see him play like 30 minutes and like every now and then.
Yeah. And maybe we'll see something that maybe Rene Weiler sees something that we haven't seen, that we don't see, right?
Yeah. And yeah, who
So
knows? I mean, we could
he's
see,
young. I hope
yeah,
the best for him.
yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens there. I mean, young potential has kind of been our thing.
Yeah,
So
and I think young potential has been our thing, and also selling those players for a couple cash right before they could actually help us is also our thing. I think, right?
yeah, exactly. It's textbook DC.
Um, Textbook DC. So he made his debut for DC United against Philadelphia Union. Um, was only played for I don't even know how long he played. He didn't play much, but I definitely think what Rene Weiler here is doing because the season is basically over. I'm sorry, the season is over for DC United. Right, the only thing that we're fighting for is not being bottom of the table, wooden spoon. Um, I think Rene Weiler's using this as an opportunity, like we've talked about before, but he's actually bringing this youngster to get some play time, to get some time in the MLS, to get experience. So next season, he can see, is he up to the standards Rene needs? If not, he'll send him back on loan. I don't I don't put it down in my mind that if he doesn't perform the way Rene Weiler wants him to, he'll probably be back at Loudoun FC or he'll be loaned out to another USL team. I
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
know.
that's kind of typically how it goes. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's nothing left to play for this season, so maybe he'll get some more minutes. We'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe something of what he can do, and obviously, the coaches will see what he does on the training grounds over the off season.
definitely. So obviously, good luck to him. Best of luck to him with the rest of the season, and best of luck to him. Hopefully, he
Did,
does.
did
He
he
does
did he
good.
do anything at Loudon?
I don't believe so. You know what? Let me double check for you right here. His, yeah, I think he has 1 assist in 7 starts. Well, according to transfermarket.us, he has he has 1 appearance in U.S. Open Cup, 2 appearances in USL Cup, 7 appearances in the USL Championship, and then 1 appearance MLS, and only has 1 assist.
Oh, all those. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's assist. Let me double check. Um, yeah, it's just 1 assist.
Yeah, numbers, I guess. Numbers don't say much, but
I mean,
we'll see.
we'll see. He's still how old is he? He's 19, so he's not.
Yeah, it's very
He's
young still.
he's not that old, and he's very young. So you know, I would love to have seen a little bit more better stats in the USL, just because it's a lower level than MLS. So because MLS is, I mean, it's more difficult than USL, obviously. Um, but it's okay. I think just give him some time, and he'll succeed.
I mean, just yeah, same. Just give it time, let him develop. Right, we've done that with a lot of our young players. Jackson Hopkins is a great example. Right,
Hmm.
we let him develop for the longest time, and kept him for a few years now. I think he's been playing since what, like 2022
Yeah,
here at the professional team. Um, Now he's doing pretty well. He's not. I wouldn't say he's thriving, but he's showing what he can
I
do
think
now.
I think he's in a good run right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, if this continues for the rest of the season, then I would say that he's thriving.
Hmm.
Um, but definitely. Let's go on to our next topic. This is going to be a short episode, like Olsen said. So, our next topic, we're going to be talking about a little match preview of the next DC United match, and then we're going to finish off the episode with Olsen's MLS rundown. Again, no United chat this episode, guys. Unfortunately, we just haven't. What's it called? We didn't put out. We forgot to actually put out the announcements for chat, and then we didn't receive that many great questions, or we received a lot of repetitive questions that we've already answered on United chat, unfortunately. But whoever did send us a DM through there, and it was a repetitive question, I did go ahead and answer it through DM. We're just not going to go through in the video because we've already answered that question on United chat, so I don't want to be repetitive. But sorry for yapping a little bit too much. But DC United's next match is on September 13th at Audi Field. DC United take on Orlando City at 7:30 p.m. kickoff. Audi Field. Orlando just came out of a loss, I believe, right?
Let me double
Yes.
check.
I think
Yes.
Orlando last 3 games they'd won
Yeah,
two,
last three
lost
games.
one.
Yeah, both two of them were in Leagues Cup,
Yeah.
but in MLS their most recent loss in MLS was to Nashville, 5-1, and then before that they beat Sporting Kansas City 3-1,
Okay.
and before that they had like a 6 game
Yeah.
unbeaten streak. So,
I think
but
I think this is
they
where it's
haven't
at.
won in 4 games in all competitions. They
I think
lost
this is the
to
best
Nash.
situation for us, right?
Yeah, they lost to Nashville, and then they lost to Miami and the LA Galaxy in Leagues Cup.
Okay. I think it's the best situation for DC United right now because this team is coming off a struggle of recent results.
Yep.
Obviously, with the uh, Leagues Cup, where DC United's not in the Leagues Cup, obviously. So we've had more time to. I mean, we had the friendly, but we've had more time to rest, prepare, train, with especially get more experience with Rene Weiler and learn the Rene Weiler ball. But with this form, I'm excited. I haven't been excited for a DC United match. Well, I haven't been super excited for a DC United match in a while, just because of our recent
Yeah,
form. We've been
it's
terrible,
yeah,
terrible.
yeah. It's like before, I was thinking like, oh, great, we got to play again, and now I'm like, you know, we're playing again. I'm feeling excited, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. I'm
Like
excited. I'm
feeling
excited
like
to see.
optimistic, like you actually care to watch it now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm excited to see. Like, I get excited to be like, okay, I'm excited to see what players do, how players are going
Yeah,
to do with this new coach.
right.
So definitely excited for that. Olsen, what do you? I mean, okay. Before I get into the what our predictions are, I think we can agree that Orlando obviously has a better squad than us.
Yeah, I think
They're
almost every team,
struggling.
a lot of
Yeah,
teams
they're
does. A lot of teams
struggling
do.
a little bit right now. But DC United's coming off a uh, very good streak as of right now.
Yes.
Um,
4 games unbeaten. When was the last time that
4 games
happened?
unbeat. I don't
Actually,
know.
that happened at the beginning of the season
Oh yeah, yeah,
when we
and
played a
then
bunch of crappy teams.
yeah, And the DC United versus Orlando games are always pretty good. I think. I think we talked about it with DC UK. Remember how we always talk like
Yeah, though. Yeah, the last two haven't been just because it's been one-sided to Orlando, but before that, they
yeah.
would always be great.
Hmm.
Like, remember, I think last year the game at home we unfortunately lost, but it was still a good game.
Yeah.
And then the year before that, I believe no, we didn't sweep them. We tied one and won one. All both very good games. I think one of them was a late equalizer, and the
Hmm.
other was a 3-1 win for us. And then year before, which was 2022, we swept them. Obviously, that famous comeback when Rooney
Yeah.
started coaching, and then the 5-3 on July 4th, all that crazy stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's always been good games against Orlando City.
Yeah. So let's get into the predictions. Olsen, what do you predict DC United versus Orlando City, September 13th at Audi Field?
I feel good about it, but I
Okay.
think let me see. Well, let me check. I want to see where Orlando is in the table. Fifth in the table. Okay, so definitely a high caliber squad.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that the form continues with a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
That I
You
think
think
we
DC
play.
United is going to score more than 2 goals in a win, and 2 goals this season
Oh,
in
they
a game?
just did it.
Well, yeah. Well,
Oh no.
in MLS play.
Oh, you meant more. Oh, more than 2 goals. Yeah. Um, I doubt it. I doubt it. We'll see if this keeps kind of thing. The thing kind of keeps going. If we can keep building consistency, maybe towards the end
Hmm.
of the year we can get something. It's a tough schedule ahead, so it's going to be difficult to do at that. I believe we play Philadelphia, Miami. I think it's like 5 games left. It's Orlando, Miami, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Atlanta.
Hmm.
So all very good sides that are
Yeah.
good tests for the end of the season, except Atlanta. They're not really that great.
Yeah.
But other than that, all great. Um, I guess sort of tests that really see like what Renee Weiler can do against the best of the best. Really, like
Hmm.
Philadelphia, they're number one.
Yeah.
Porter's the number one in everything right now. Charlotte, they're solid. Miami, that's already explainable. Um, yeah, I'll predict a 2-2 draw for this one. I think it's going to be a
2-2 draw.
game where we play very good. Like we have more of the ball and more of the possession and more of the shots and stuff, like more of the chances. I just think it's gonna be a big quality difference. Like Orlando, they're just gonna take their chances. Like they're gonna have few chances, but they're gonna take them wisely.
Gotcha.
I think
Well,
DC's kind of be on the attack and then moving the ball around the midfield, not letting Orlando have a lot of chances. Like obviously the defense is so poor, Orlando's gonna get in, right? But I think it's gonna be better and we'll have an attacking threat. Right? Because under Weiler's system, the attacking seemed to be more explosive and moving very quick
yeah.
instead of just kind of backwards passing and stuff, and then giving the ball away,
Hmm.
and then sitting, and you end up sitting too deep. Right, that's kind of how it was before. I've
Hmm.
noticed a lot less of that
Yeah.
with Weiler, so that's what I'm gonna say. 2-2 draw,
2-2
where
draw.
it's gonna feel like a win for us. I'd say. No
Okay.
matter what, no
That's
matter
fair.
really, unless it's like Orlando comes back, right, from like 2-0, then
Yeah.
it won't feel like a win. But really, any other way, I'd say it's gonna be feels like a win draw for us, right? We're gonna play really well, and it's gonna feel good that we got some spirit again, right?
Yeah. Well, that's good. Olsen's always more like I think I've said this so many times. Olsen's more of a realistic. He gives more of a realistic prediction. I'm more of an
Yeah.
optimistic prediction. I'm gonna go really quick right here. 3-2 DC United wins.
Me too. That
Three to
scoreline
two.
seems familiar
Yeah.
against Orlando.
3-2 DC United wins. We're going back to our old ways. Going back to our old ways of winning. Renee Weiler is gonna give us a push. This is how it's gonna happen. You ready? DC United's gonna score first, 1-0 in the first half, 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, DC United's gonna score a goal. Right? Then Orlando's gonna go up 2 goals. They're gonna be winning 2-1. Okay. Here comes DC United.
Come
Coming
back
back out
again.
of nowhere, 3-2, taking the dub with a late goal from Gabriel Pirani.
Pirani, textbook right there. That's textbook.
Gabriel Pirani's going to do his
Textbook,
textbook shot.
textbook DC versus Orlando right there, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
that's going to be the score, my score prediction, and watch it be right. It's probably going to be wrong, but watch it be right. If that is right, um, we'll do a giveaway because
Yeah.
we'll do a giveaway. We'll do how about we'll do a old school DC United jersey giveaway. So we'll do an old school DC United giveaway if that prediction is right. It doesn't have to be the scoreline. Just as long as the scoreline is 3-2 DC United wins, we'll do a giveaway on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, we should celebrate that.
29 MLS matches this season, and not a single one of them have had more than 2 goals.
Yep.
That's
So
kind of
Olsen,
that's kind of wild to think about. Only never more than 2. But
never wanted to. It's kind of crazy.
go ahead.
This is going to be it. This is going to be it. Olsen, you're going to get to choose what year the jersey's from.
Okay.
So you don't have to say it right now. You don't have to say it right now. Think about
Okay.
it. Think about it, and then let me know. And then if that happens, we'll do it.
All right.
Yeah. Those are going to be the predictions. Our predictions for the DC United versus Orlando match. This on September 13th. September 13th, right? Yes, September 13th at Audi Field. Obviously, you can catch the match at Audi Field or check it out on Apple TV. Going on to the last segment of the episode, I'm sad because no United chat. That's my favorite segment, and
we're gonna make sure that we post some stories for next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure we post some stories for next week, so get you guys' questions in. And kind of like Santi said, like with the repeated questions, try to make it, I guess, sort of more creative, right? Like, or about questions we do like are about the future of DC United, what we see
love those
going into next year or stuff like that. So if you have anything relating to that, send them our way. We posted some stories. You can send us more than one question, anything you got in mind.
Exactly. Like Olsen said, we love the future questions. Also, another question that we like to answer is the questions where you ask us about our past with DC United, like the past moments, the past players.
Yeah.
It
brings back good memories.
Memories.
Remember when somebody sent us favorite moment, and we were
Man.
sitting here laughing about the Costa moment in 2018 with Orlando.
Definitely, and honestly, like Olsen, be as creative as possible because we love it. Can be intricate, it can be complicated because we'll try our best to answer it. And honestly, it gets our brain gears turning. So that's good. But going on to our next and last segment, Olsen's favorite segment of United Weekly Podcast episode is Olsen's MLS Rundown. But before we get into that, quick shout out to the DC United latest Instagram, the #1 news page for all your DC United related news. Faster than Tom Bogert, faster than anybody else. We're the #1 DC United news page out there on Instagram. Also, shout out to the United Weekly _podcast Instagram. Go ahead and check us out on the Instagram, United Weekly _podcast. We haven't been super active on there. Unfortunately, we've been a little busy, but we'll be posting clips of podcast episodes, as well as some collaborations with the DC United latest page. But if you're not a big fan of these long videos, go ahead and check out the clips on there, as well as on our TikTok at DC United latest. So go ahead and check that out. Now, let's get in. Also, do you want to say something?
You heard it. You heard it here first, guys. Follow us on Instagram, posting clips and everything. And if you want to get the latest news faster than anybody else brings it out, follow DC United latest. But onto the MLS rundown of the table. Most teams are about 29, 28 matches into the season. So about 5 or 6 games left for mostly everybody. So starting off with the Eastern Conference. First place, it's been the same for a while. Philadelphia at the top. And then Cincinnati second, Charlotte in third. They've climbed their way up recently. They were 8th a little while ago. Then it's Nashville, Orlando, Miami, Columbus, New York City, Chicago, who I think they were out of the playoffs before, now they're back in. And it's the Red Bulls, New England, Atlanta, Toronto, Montreal, and then DC. On to the West, San Diego. They've been leading pretty much the whole time. Nothing new there. Vancouver's third. Minnesota's second. Vancouver third. Been the same top 3 for a while. And then Seattle, LAFC, Austin, Portland, Colorado, San Jose, and out the playoffs. Houston, RSL, FC Dallas, Sporting Kansas City, St. Louis, and as it's been literally all season long, LA Galaxy at the bottom. We'll see. They're only 2 points behind St. Louis, so maybe they'll get out of there. But yeah, that's the MLS table. About 28, 29 matches into the year.
Thank you, Olsen, for Olsen's MLS Rundown. Well, guys, that is going to end episode 8 of the United Weekly Podcast, a podcast brought to you by DC United Latest, the number one news source for your black and red news. Faster than anyone out there. We're number one news page for DC United. So go ahead and give us a follow on all of our socials. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell to never miss an upload on this channel. And also comment down your thoughts. Like we said before, we're still, I know it's been 8 weeks of United Weekly, but
Yep.
we're still learning. And
Yep.
I promise you, this podcast is only going to get better. Obviously, we're
Yep.
on season 1 of this podcast. As soon as the season ends, just watch out because season 2 is going to be so much better. We're bringing in a lot better production.
Yep, we are working behind the scenes to make this the best, most enjoyable podcast for you guys. Most enjoyable, decent podcast out there.
Trying to be number one. We love being number one.
Yep.
We got the
We're
number one.
We're
news
already
source
number
already.
one with the news. Yep. So I was trying to get
time
number,
to
trying to get number one with the
take
voice.
the throne. So I know there's some DC United podcasts out there that have a lot more following than us, but little friendly competition, just to know. So we're working on getting better. But thank you guys for watching this episode. If you are still here at the end of this episode, go ahead and leave us a comment. Give us how about this? Let's do a little black and red and the eagle emoji. Comment that, and that's how I will know that you watched the entire episode. So yeah, hit follow, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also anything you want to say?
Thank you to everyone for watching.
Peace. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.